Texting and driving, one of the most causes in death in teen car fatalities. Almost 1.6 million car accidents happen each year due to texting and driving. Each day, 700,000 drivers are using their phone either texting or using social media. Many families suffer each day due to teens not making it out alive due to these car accidents, or some making it but severely injured. If I'm being honest, I happen to be one of those teens that text and drive. By listening to these topics, you might decide to put your phone down when driving, even if you need to send a quick response. During this speech, I will discuss two different topics. One, how some people can't function without their phone. And two, I will discuss a new ordinance in my city that was just passed recently. Texting and driving in the U.S. is so common. Almost 72% of teens are texting each day on their phone. Almost 60% of adults are texting on their phone. And 80% of all ages each day are using their phone for whatever cause it may be. People tend to be addicted and it has become a need for us, or they can't seem to function without their phone. In the article, Psychiatrics explains why we text and drive. Dr. David Greenfield states, when people do something that frequently and to the extent of ignoring the impact, that tells you there's something psychoactive about that behavior. This quote meaning, this triggers people whenever they hear their phone ring or whenever they hear that notification on their phone to pick it up really quickly. It's almost like a pleasurable thing for them. This is kind of like having a food addiction, a sex addiction, or a drug addiction. It's hard to not give into it and not pick it up just to see what it says, no matter if it's important or not. Due to these addictions, College Station City Council just passed a ban for handheld phone usage while driving on August 12th. The 6-1 vote happened, and it was probably the best decision they could have made. College Station Police Chief Scott McCollum states in the Eagle article, our objective is not to go out and write a bunch of tickets. So I would suspect early on the implementation style objective is to learn education of when to use your phone and when to not. There will be lots of warnings to hand out, and it has to be to the point and type of education, has to have effective enforcement on it. It has to be a point of deciding when to make the right decision and when to not. Some of these topics that I've talked about are many reasons why you shouldn't text and drive. It's very dangerous. After this ban, I could say that it's partially helped me realize that we shouldn't be using our phones to look at Snapchat, to look at Facebook, to look at an email, or even to send a quick text. As Sharon Height stated, in a split second, you could ruin your future, injure others, and tear a hole in the heart of everyone who loves you. These things are very dangerous and can continue to lead to many teen car fatalities. Now, we have our chart. It shows the percentage of 5,000 students, drivers that aren't just texting behind the wheel. Texting is 61% of this age group, which was 18 to 24. 61% of them are texting each day. 33% of them are emailing. 28% of them are browsing the internet. 27% of them are using Facebook. 17% of them are taking photos or looking at photos. 14% of them are using Twitter, either tweeting or just scrolling through. 14% of them are using Instagram. 12% of them are taking Snapchat videos. 11 of them are Snapchatting, and 10% of them are video chatting. And that's my speech.